3rd, 2023. Prior to tonight's meeting, an executive session was held to update the board regarding the status of discussions with the Century Promise Foundation, as well as transportation contract issues, sale of district property, and students' legal matters. The board welcomes and invites public comment. You may address the board on agenda and/or non-agenda items. The first opportunity for comments at the beginning of the meeting is limited to agenda items only. If you choose to address the board, please fill out a comment card and hand it to Deputy Superintendent Ramos. Comment cards are on the podium near the door. Once recognized, please come to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and please limit your remarks to 3 minutes. May we have roll call, please?
Miss LaTarsha Brown.
Present.
Miss Conover. Miss Harris.
Here.
Miss Matheson.
Here.
Miss Noel Brown.
Here.
Miss Ortiz.
Here.
Mr. Palmer.
Present.
Dr. Santana.
Here.
Miss Wilt. There are 7 board members present.
Thank you. May we please rise for the pledge of the allegiance to the flag and for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic that stands one nation. Thank you. I have no formal remarks this evening, but I would like to remind my colleagues that because we keep minutes of these meetings, would they please make it a point to speak into the microphone? We've been having some trouble, what's the word, transcribing, thank you. See, I just looked and she knew. Hey, Acting Superintendent, do you have some remarks?
Yes, good evening. I'm going to be the first one to test this out. Good evening, President Matheson, to our school board of directors, and of course, to our learning community. As Black History Month draws to a close, I want to thank everyone and take a moment to show my appreciation to our entire learning community for shining the light and honoring and celebrating the stories of African Americans this month. When we come together and celebrate our diversity and strengths, we can ensure that we are collectively building a community where people from all backgrounds feel safe, valued, empowered, and loved. African Americans in Allentown have made immeasurable contributions, and their legacies and achievements deserve to be celebrated and recognized. In our community, Tyrese Martin from William Allen High School. He just signed a contract with the Atlanta Hawks. Earlier this month, we learned that a 2017 DRF graduate, Sabrina Joseph, will be joining the national tour of the musical Hairspray. From the heart of our community, Mr. Clyde Boskett Sr., who has been a trailblazing community and business leader in Allentown. And in addition to that, he served as a veteran, a Mason, a lifetime member of the NAACP. He's also a deacon emeritus at Union Baptist Church in Allentown. And during his long and distinguished career as serving as a barber, he helped more than 100 people within this community. And let me correct that. Throughout Lehigh Valley community, become barbers. Is Mr. Boskett Jr. here tonight? No, he's not here tonight. So we want to say, is he today?
no,
Okay,
he's not.
so we want to say thank you. We want to thank your father for his advocacy. And we can see that he sowed some great seeds in Mr. Boskett Jr. for all his civic work throughout our learning community. While not an Allentown graduate, but we are also proud to name Ms. Brenda Hatcher Wilson and recognize her because she is the first African-American Postmaster General of Allentown's Postal Service. So why do we mention these individuals? Why do we even celebrate Black History Month? You want to know, we want to say that not only are these individuals making contributions to the African American community, but to all of us. And this history is not just African American history, but it's American history. And I'm so proud tonight and throughout this entire month of February and throughout the year of all the many celebrations that are taking place throughout our district. And we invite you to join us in many of the celebrations that are still underway throughout the district. So if you follow us, and Ms. Reese will appreciate this, if you follow us on Facebook, as well as Instagram and Twitter and all those various sites and our own website, you'll see all the amazing things that are occurring throughout our district. Also, I invite our school board of directors to join us in the many events that will continue to take place, including the Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King Speaker Series. Happy Black History Month, everyone. One of the ways we are working to advance the journey we are on together is by building relationships. We're building relationships with many of our stakeholder groups, including the Pennsylvania Department of Education. And this week, the Deputy Secretary, Dr. Jeffrey Fuller, and Mr. Eli Downey, who's the Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, he joined us, our school board of directors, as well as our elective officials within our community, including our mayor and representatives from our senators, Senator Miller, as well as representatives from our other legislators, and tours throughout the district. They also joined in the learning in our Executive Learning Leading Academy and really shared some great insights, and were really impressed with the members of our learning community, our leadership team, as well as our students. So thank you. We also want to thank the schools that hosted us. We want to give special attribution and praise and all that kind of great stuff, and to Deer High School, as well as South Mountain, wait a minute, I'm going to read my notes because if I miss a school, I know I'm going to be in trouble. So South Mountain, Deer, Hayes, and did I forget one? Oh, Harrison Morton. Yes. So they had an opportunity to visit all those schools, interact with our teachers, our staff, as well as administration, and of course, our sensational, lovely Jules and our students. So we want to thank everyone who was involved in all the arrangements that were made. And we also ended their tour, and we taught them our Allentown chants, as well as our Allentown song. And so they walked away, well, woo, there's a great deal of pride here in Allentown. So we were really proud. Everyone knows our Allentown chant and our Allentown song, right? No? Well, we know our clap. We got to get our clap. So let's give all those people a clap. Okay. Wait. Give them a clap. There we go. That's our Allentown clap. So also, we want to acknowledge, we have a few more shout outs. So we want to acknowledge and say congratulations to our middle school city basketball champions. Let's give it up to for our middle school champions. South Mountain Middle School girls team, coached by Mr. Rocky, and the Trexler Middle School boys team, coached by Mr. Torres and Mr. Braswell. Let's give them a round of applause. Here we go. We also want to thank the student leadership team at South Mountain Middle School and their advisors, Miss Jess Cameron and Miss Abby Jaraff. We want to say thank you also to Principal Fritz, who's always willing to host us for all our leadership meetings. And also for helping them this month. They really went out of their way to ensure that the school was very organized. They wrote personal notes to the administration, and we just want to say thank you. And we're so happy to be in service to you. We want to thank the William Allen High School, ROTC. I had an opportunity to meet with them for lunch, and I really gained some great insights from our young leaders within the district. They shared, of course, the strengths of the district. They also told me about the areas of growth and what they thought I should do as superintendent. So I want to thank them for sharing with me, and I learned a few of their drills, and I was indoctrinated as an honorary member. So I want to say thank you so much for that. And Dareth, don't be dismayed. We're going to have lunch next week, and you'll get to share all of your drills and all the great things that you're doing and all the leadership skills that you are learning. I was really impressed. I shared with them some of the clips and things that I also share with our adults, and they were really insightful. So I want to say thank you. Also, this is my last invitation for the evening. Please join me in congratulating and cheering on the William Allen boys basketball team. Woo! This Saturday, February 25th at 6 p.m. They will participate in the first round of District 11 playoffs. The game will be held at Easton Area Middle School, and tickets are available only through the District 11 website. So don't show up at the door. I don't know if you can show up at the door, but please join me and others in helping to celebrate and join in the competition, because I always tell the students, Dr. Burks is extremely competitive. So I go on and I'm like, listen now, represent. So we're looking forward to supporting them. In the coming weeks, I look forward to continuing to meet with other members of our sensational learning community, including establishing our first gathering of the Acting Superintendent Student Advisory Council. This particular advisory council will serve as advisors to me so that I get to meet more students, and we're going to engage in some amazing projects. So I'm really looking forward to that. Just to close and looking ahead for next week, I invite all of you, members of our learning community, and of course, our school board of directors, because next week is Read Across America Day. Yes. I'm the only one happy. That's America Day. So on March 2nd, 2023, we will be reading across the district. And so some of our elected officials said they are excited about coming, and I invite you, our community leaders, as well as, of course, our school board of directors and administration will be there to read. And, you know, we all have our great strengths. So I'm a learner, so I always expect that my team knows this. We're always reading all the time because we are in the learning business. So again, I want to say thank you, President Matheson, and thank you everyone for being here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any cards for agenda items?
We do not.
All right. Then we'll move on. May I have a motion for the approval of the minutes?
So moved.
Ms. Brown, was that you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, it's been moved by Ms. Brown. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Palmer. Please call the roll.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes.
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes, and can we turn the volume up for them too?
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
7-0 passes.
We can catch up on things that are going on in the community from our representatives. Ms. Brown, do you have a report from the Human Relations Commission this month?
Only that we're currently accepting applications for new commissioners.
From the Allentown Public Library, Ms. Harris, do you have a report?
No, I do not.
From the Recreation Commission, Mr. Palmer, do you have a report?
I do not.
From the Foundation, Ms. Ortiz?
I do not.
She did say no. Okay. And for LCTI, I'll do some reporting. Again, we've already been hearing about a great number of students who should be in the spotlight. I have more for you. That recently, what is known as Skills USA competition at the district level 1 took place here in Allentown. This involves this involves technical school students from all over the area. We had some award winners from Allen High School in a competition known as CNC Turning Specialist, which is part of the precision machine curriculum. I have to admit, I don't know what a turning specialist is, but Josh Evans from Allen in 11th grade won 2nd place. In extemporaneous speaking, which is a part of the teacher education program, Anthony Nasser, a 12th grader at Allen, won 1st place. In medical terminology, Joshua Trotter won a 1st place in the health and medical curriculum. From Darragh High School, there was a group called Team 6. Of them, one of them was a Darragh student, Anasia Fabian Cuevas, in 12th grade, won 3rd place in nail care. Laisha Rodriguez won in auto collision repair, also a 12th grader, and she won a second place. And I just thought that was good news to hear from our students.
Do we give them a clap?
Can we, Emily? Yes.
Let's give them a
Valentine
clap. Give them a clap. There we go.
For the Safety Task Force, Ms. Brown,
There's nothing for us to report
Okay.
tonight. Thank you.
City Youth Initiative, Mr. Palmer.
Yes, we will be, we are actually accepting 2 more applications, 2 students and 1 adult. So if you want to put those applications in now, we are having a meeting on February 28th, and we are going over summer programs and other items on the agenda, as well as we are finalizing. We are putting together a contest for our new logo that we will be distributing to the schools for them to create our logo for our youth initiative. So that will be something that we'll be giving to the superintendent for her to disperse to all of our schools. And if you know anyone who's artistic or really good on software, go ahead, give us a logo. You just might win. We are thinking of prizes. So we are looking into that. And that is everything that I have until our next meeting.
Thank you. Well, now we get to hear from our student board representatives. Nora Zachariah from Allen. Can we hear what's going on over there?
Yes. During the month of February, William Allen had many celebrations to honor Black History Month. The theme for Black History Month this year was resistance. The first celebration was in conjunction with DIRF. DIRF had a guest speaker and was able to share live so that the students at William Allen could also participate in the celebration. Our own Black Student Union celebrated on February 16th with guest speaker Antoine Hallett. The event started off with the raising of the Black Heritage flag at half-staff. Then guest speaker Antoine shared his story and encouraged students to use mentorship and community to overcome challenges. School clubs, organizations, and the community partners shared resources with the students following the speech. The groups included Avidium, Project Silk, Sullivan Bradbury Community Center, L-Tri-C, Allentown NAACP, GSA, and others. During the presentation, students were challenged to write their goals, timeline, and reason for the goals. 10 backpacks with school supplies were raffled out to students. Winners shared their goals. On February 23rd, 2023, a representative from the African American Museum of Philadelphia was here at William Allen to present our students about African American culture through music. The month of celebrations will conclude tomorrow with the guest speaker, Cody Martin, who will give 2 presentations tomorrow at William Allen High School. Cody will share his struggle story with our students and how he overcome these challenges to who he is today. The Black Student Union will continue honoring Black History Month with the TRU postcard writing program to teach methods of advocacy that the students can begin to use on any subject, and a Facebook Black History Month discussion with Kareem Brown. The SAD Club is sponsoring an impaired driver simulation on February 27th and 28th, presented by the Center for Humanistic Change. This activity will put students in a mock driver's seat while they navigate a computer-generated driving source. The simulator will mock the delayed reaction times of the driving while drunk, high, or distracted, so students can appreciate the efforts of the poor choices on driver safety. Our esports lab is up and running. The first esports match in our district schools launched today with the Rocket League showdown between Allen and Xeriff. In a best-of-5 Rocket League match led by Andre Estrona, Ethan Rivera, and Osvaldo Reyes, with assistance from Jandel Diaz and Jovian Torres and Alex Cortez. Our esports warriors easily handled the competition and scored a 9-2, 6-0, and 7-3 victory. In other words, Allen has never lost an esports match. William Allen High School Drama Club / Musical is excited to welcome back alumni Dan Kroll, founder of Soap.net. He is visiting the cast of The Little Shop of Horrors on Saturday with his 2 Broadway buddies, Andy Carl and wife, Orphe, who are coming to talk to the cast and crew and sing some Broadway show tunes together. The William Allen Athletic Department continued their undefeated streak on senior nights this winter season. The Allen swim team, boys and girls basketball teams, and wrestling team all posted big wins on their senior night this winter. In addition, the Allen boys basketball team has qualified for the District 11 boys basketball tournament. The boys play Liberty High School this Saturday at 6 p.m. at Easton Middle School gym. All tickets must be purchased online by visiting district11.com. The indoor track team has had great success this winter as they have traveled to meets at Kutztown University, East Stroudsburg University, and Alvernia. Allen Jr. and three-sport athlete Kiara Harrison finished in first place and took home the gold in the 400-meter dash on our most recent meet. The Allen boys and girls basketball team recently enjoyed trips to college campuses and watched basketball games at Lehigh University as well as DeSales University. A big thank you to Allen graduate and current NBA player Tyrese Martin for giving back and sponsoring team meals for the Allen basketball programs this winter. Spring sports begin on March 6th. We look forward to seeing you out there to support our track, field, baseball, softball, and boys volleyball team. All spring sports home events are free for admission, and scheduling can be found on allenathletics.org. Thank you.
Alexis Torres will catch us up on what's happening at Building 21.
All right. Okay, so we had a big one on February, so it's gonna take a bit, but it's fine. All right, so some events from the past months that we would like to celebrate is on Tuesday, January 31st, we held our annual Advocacy Day event. 10th grade social studies students shared their learning about global issues and offered samples of free trade products from around the world. Guests brought spare change to donate, and its collection is being used to make a donation to the organization chosen by the student team whose work receives the most votes during this event. The winning project related to unsafe and unfair practices in the chocolate industry, especially on the cocoa plantations of West Africa, and the Expo donation is going to Fair Trade America, an organization that works with farmers, traders, retailers, and consumers to support and promote free trade products and practices. As part of our Black History Month activities, on Tuesday, students visited the Lehigh Valley Heritage Museum for a program about the Underground Railroad, including the anti-slavery activities here in the Lehigh Valley. Tomorrow, our 9th grade students will hear Rich Cruz, a speaker brought to us by the Martin Luther / Cortia Scott King Memorial Project. Our spring voter registration and poll worker recruiting and training events have been planned. We once again expect to earn the Governor's Civic Engagement Award for successfully registering our seniors to vote before they graduate. Our students will be joining students from across ASD in serving our community as poll workers and translators in support of the May 16 primary election. We have recently added 2 after-school opportunities thanks to the support of communities in schools. We now offer an after-school theater program with the Allentown Public Theater. Students will work with bilingual theater professionals with the opportunity for a spring performance. CIS has partnered with Young Lives to create a weekly after-school program that allows students to develop positive peer relationships and experience adult mentorship. We have several additional communities and school-sponsored activities to celebrate. Students will be volunteering at Sheridan Elementary for Read Across America week on March 2nd. Students continue to support attendance activities at Union Terrace Elementary by making regular visits as the attendance varies. CIS students will be exploring post-secondary career opportunities with a visit to Metro Beauty Academy, doesn't matter, next week. We continue to support our students' post-secondary educational goals with college visits and in-school instant decision days. Students recently visited both Northampton Community College and Kutztown University. And these events are followed up by admissions events at Building 21. Thanks to events like these, the senior class at Building 21 is on the verge of 100% of our students achieving eligibility to graduate under Act 158. Our partners at the Lehigh Valley Workforce Board will be supporting our senior class with workshops in resume writing and job interview skills over the next month. All Building 21 students participate in skill building activities like these as part of our career readiness programming within our advisory model. Our seniors have begun their capstone projects. These are culminating impact projects where you will see Building 21 seniors working with outside stakeholders to leave a lasting impact on our school and community before they graduate. At Building 21, we offer several in-school groups who support the social and emotional learning of our students. We have ongoing groups throughout partnership with Turning Point and Caring Foundation. These groups are an important part of our student assistance program. Our art students continue to prepare for our spring fashion show with the support of Arts Quest in the 21st Century program. Please save the date and join us for the show on May 11th. Finally, in February, our school leadership visited each of the Allentown Middle School in preparation for enrollment for the 2023-2024 school year. We will be holding a parent information event for prospective incoming students on February 20th.
Thank you.
No problem.
Haley Oldendahl will report for Dara.
On the 21st, DRF received a visit from Dr. Jeffrey Fuller, the Deputy Secretary of Education, along with several board members and the superintendent. They visited multiple classrooms and held discussions with students as well as heard from teachers. Also this week, in celebration of Black History Month, Dr. Robert Mayer came and visited DRF to talk about his book In the Name of Emmett Till. He met with students in United States histories and U.S. government classes. Dr. Mayer held a presentation and then followed with answering questions and discussing and further conversations on the topics. February 15th was National School Resource Officer Appreciation Day, where we recognized Officer Jay Melbar at DRF. Once again, the indoor track and field team are on a roll and broke several school records the past couple weeks. Eliza Sanchez, Jack Sanchez, Richard Suarez, and Makai Ashby broke the school record competing in the 4x200 relay race. In other events, Godwina Biney and Zion Chapman broke the shot put record, and Jack Sanchez broke the 55-meter hurdle record. That's not all for athletes at DRF. 3 students, Janiyah Stagger, Zion Chapman, and Eliana Rios, all were chosen for the Lehigh Valley Senior All-Stars basketball game. We are also excited that Coach Kathy Piston was named as the All-Star coach. Mrs. Piston is also one of our math teachers at DRF. After a couple years, DRF is once again having a senior trip. This week, we announced the upcoming senior trip to Washington, D.C. in April. Seniors will be able to get a spot for the trip for $20 on March 8th. March is Huskies Helping Huskies Month. Currently, our school is working on multiple projects, including our student council, who is planning to work with a local animal shelter and will be hosting an event to collect money donation and item donations. Our executive council is starting a tutoring program to allow students to help other students. Anyone can sign up to either tutor or be tutored through a QR code that we'll share shortly. As well, our executive council will also be visiting Ritter Elementary School later this week. Coming up in the next week, our National Honor Society is having our Water Week. This is with our Gravity Water collaboration, where we are working with a school in Vietnam to bring clean water. We'll be hosting numerous events, including dress down days, a penny war, a bake sale, and a walkathon on March 4th.
Thank you. Every building is really busy, and I'm glad to hear it. We're going to move to the Board of Directors report next. I need to be able to break this into a couple of different motions. So I would ask first for a motion to grant or deny, the person who makes the motion chooses, the application for the Lehigh Valley STEAM Academy Charter School. Is there somebody who will make a motion on that subject?
I'll make a motion.
Ms. Brown, go ahead.
I make a motion to deny.
Okay. We have a motion to deny. Is there someone who will second to that motion?
I'll second.
Ms. Noel, seconds the motion. Call a roll, please.
Ms. Ortiz,
Say grant
Yes.
or deny.
To deny.
Mr. Palmer,
Deny.
Dr. Santana,
Deny.
Ms. Brown,
Deny.
Ms. Harris,
Deny.
Ms. Matheson,
Deny.
Ms. Noel Brown.
Deny.
7 board members voted to deny the application.
Thank you. Because that is a motion to deny, I must ask you a follow-up motion. This time I would ask you to make a motion to approve the adjudication supporting the denial of our application. Roughly translated, that means that the people who made the application will get the appropriate written documentation of why. Is there somebody who will make that motion to approve the adjudication?
I'll make
So
that
Ms.
motion.
Brown, Mr. Palmer is second. And will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Palmer,
This is approve or deny.
I'll approve that.
Dr. Santana,
Approve.
Ms. Brown,
Approve.
Ms. Harris,
Approve.
Ms. Matheson,
Approve.
Ms. Noel Brown,
Approve.
Ms. Ortiz.
Approve.
7-0, the motion to pass the adjudication passes.
Thank you. Now we can deal with items B and C in the Board of Directors report together. Is there somebody who will make a motion to approve?
I'll approve that.
Mr. Palmer, Ms. Santana, as a second. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes.
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown.
Yes.
7-0, the rest of the Board of Directors report passes.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the Secretary and Treasurer's reports?
Second.
Names are coming to me fast enough. Dr. Santana
Second. Second.
and Ms. Brown. Those are your maker and your seconder. Call the roll, please.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes.
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
No.
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Harris.
Yes.
6-1, the motion passes.
May I have a motion to pass the superintendent's report? Dr. Santana, is there a second?
A second.
All right. Ms. Noel? Call the roll, please.
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson.
Yes.
7-0, motion passes.
May I have a motion to approve the personnel report? Ms. Santana, is there a second? I need
Second.
somebody to second the personnel report.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Palmer, I heard. Hey, please call the roll.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
No.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes,
Ms. Noel Brown.
Yes.
6-1, the motion passes.
thank you. May I have a motion to approve the finance report?
I'll make a motion.
Mr. Palmer would make the motion, Ms. Santana would second it. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes.
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
No.
Ms. Harris,
No.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes,
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz.
Yes.
5-2, motion passes.
may we have a motion to approve the building report?
I'll make that motion.
Who did I hear? Ms. Santana, I heard to make it. Who would I hear for seconding?
Ms. Harris,
Ms.
you
Stevens.
Uh, Please call the roll.
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes,
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer.
Yes.
7-0, motion passes.
thank you. Do we have any requests to address the board on non-agenda items?
I have no cards.
All right, thank you. In that case, do we have any old business to come before us?
Yes, I
Go
have
ahead,
some old
please.
business. I would like to make a motion to untable the Donovan group.
This was an item that we tabled a number of months back. And please call the roll. There is no debate on a motion to table.
Do we
Or
need a,
on
s-
table.
I need a
do we need a
second.
second?
Oh, we do need
I
a
need a
second. I'm
second.
sorry.
second.
Ms. Brown.
Ms. Brown.
And will you call the roll, please? The motion is to take off the table. We won't say untable in the minutes. That's the
You have to
informal.
take the Donovan off the table.
And the motion, the older motion about the Donovan report.
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson,
Yes,
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes,
Dr. Santana,
Yes.
7-0. The motion passes to remove the Donovan Group from the
so it's
table.
off the table. Mr.
and
Palmer,
can I then make a motion to add that to the agenda in March?
our March regular meeting.
Yeah, our March regular meeting.
I'll second that.
All right, so we have both a maker and a seconder.
March
Would you
23rd.
call the roll, please?
Ms. Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Harris,
Yes.
Ms. Matheson.
Yes,
Ms. Noel Brown,
Yes.
Ms. Ortiz,
Yes.
Mr. Palmer,
Yes,
Dr. Santana.
Yes.
7-0, motion to add to the March agenda passes.
thank you. Do we have any new business to come before us? Seeing none, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Ms. Brown moves. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you very much.
Everybody looking at us like, what the hell is happening?
Tell Jeff he's the problem.
You think he was the problem?
Tell him he doesn't get out at 11.
It's good to see you.
See you, Tim. Nice meeting you.